First of all, I know that you may not even care about books or reading, but you should recognize that there are people out there in this world that do, and I happen to be one of them. So maybe this discussion about books versus ebooks, it may not relate to you, but if you look at it as a discussion on a much bigger scale, it's more about the tangible versus digital. And so I think that this discussion can be applied to DVDs and digital downloads and CDs and MP3s. But I'm going to talk about it in the context of books because that's what this channel is about, and I like to read, and I think reading's important, and it's important to me, which is why I have dozens and dozens of books. Got Dracula by Bram Stoker, Tarzan of the Apes, Picture of Dorian Gray, and that's one of the reasons why I majored in English and went on to graduate school to learn more about writing and literature. Foe, that's a fun book. Wonderful Wizard of Oz, Robinson Crusoe. So, like most English majors, I was a purist and I thought that books are the way to go. I was under the impression that ebooks were just a fad and that they robbed me of my reading experience as a reader because it was less enjoyable and I couldn't be fulfilled for some reason without, feeling the pages in my hands. Jungle Books, Lord of the Flies, Uncle Tom's Cabin. And I thought this way for a long time during college, and when Amazon announced their Kindle, I thought that's nice, but I don't want to spend money on a fancy e-reader when I could technically borrow the books from the library for free and feel the pages in my hands. And so over the years, I collected books and built up a nice library. Christmas Carol, Fahrenheit 451, Catcher in the Rye. Maybe I was doing it because I like to collect things, but I was also doing it to impress my friends. Animal Farm, Oliver Twist, Time Machine. But then I started to move around. I moved across the country and then back again and then back again and then back again. It's all so stressful, but it's already stressful to have to move my clothes and other things, but to move books is really tiresome. Fortunately, the local post office is right down the street, but I still had to pack those crazy books and put them in the box and bring them to the counter. Wuthering Heights, David Copperfield, and Man on a Raft. By the way, pro tip if you're going to have to ship books, call your local Barnes & Noble and ask if you can use some of their cardboard boxes. Those things are made to ship books and they're pretty tough. Old Man and the Sea, Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Treasure Island. And the thing is, after moving my books across the country 3 times, I came to the realization that I don't have any room for them. My bookshelf is not big enough and I had to give some of my books away. Of course, we got Moby Dick. We got Norton Anthology of English Literature. If you're an English major, you got this. Of course, we got Charlie Chan is Dead. So now that I've grown up a little in a way, I see that books, the things that I loved so much because of their tangibleness, are taking up precious space that I just don't have. That's when I bought a Kindle and it really changed my life. Return of the Native, Great Gatsby, we got Hard Times. This isn't an advertisement for Amazon and how great their product is, although if Amazon wanted to sponsor me with a lifetime supply of books, that would be nice. But it is a commentary on how much easier reading has become with an e-reader. I'm able to hold a library of books, literally hundreds of books in my hands, and nothing has changed. I'm still a reader. I still sit at the coffee shop and look intensely at what I'm reading while I'm nodding and sipping my coffee to let everyone know that I'm deep in thought. Ebooks are just a different way of experiencing what I already enjoy. Got The Jungle. We got a second Norton Anthology, Jane Eyre. Now I know what all of the reading purists are saying. I just like to hold the book in my hand and I need to feel the pages, and I'm totally there and I get it and I'm like that too. But once you experience the convenience of being able to download any book at home instead of going to the store or waiting for it to arrive in the mail, and more importantly, once you see ebooks as a way to experience reading through a different means, it's hard to not want to read ebooks. And I think that as the world becomes more digital, there will always be those people who want to possess the media, whether it be a book, video game, disc, DVD, etc., and that's fine. As humans, we like to collect things, but I'm slowly learning that as I'm growing up and making it on my own, and there are certain technologies to make things more convenient, owning the digital data is becoming okay. I'm okay with paying $10 for a book that I'll never touch, but at the same time, I'll never have to find room for it on my already limited bookshelf. So let me know what you think about books versus ebooks or tangible media versus digital media. Hope you subscribe to Minute Book Reports, and thanks for watching.